All right, it is 4:30, so we'll go ahead and call the meeting for December the 19th to order. We'll start with our Pledge of Allegiance and invocation by Chad Mincer. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow with me. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, it's thanks, beautiful day. Thank you for just your guidance, Lord. Continue to bless us as a city and bless us as a country and a nation, Lord. Continue to bless the decisions that we make and give us discernment tonight as we make decisions on behalf of all citizens of Madisonville. Continue to bless us during this Christmas time, Lord. Each and every day it is within your blessing. In His name we pray. Amen.
Kim, can we have a roll call?
Yes, sir. Misty Cavanaugh. Here. Tony Space.
Here.
Adam Townsend.
Here.
Amy Cruz.
Present.
Frank Stevenson.
Here.
Chad Mincer.
Here.
Mayor, we do have a quorum.
All right, our first order of business is the minutes from the December 5th, 2022 meeting.
The December 5th, 2022 City Council meeting was held at 4:30 p.m. in the City Council chambers, and it was called to order by Mayor Kevin Cotton. We had the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation by Councilmember Tony Space. Mayor and all City Council members were present, but except for Misty Cavanaugh and Amy Cruz, who were both absent. We had the approval of the minutes of November the 21st of 2022. We had approval of the bills and payroll were approved. We had department reports from our building official report, planning and zoning report, and business license report. We had a resolution to reject a bid for Station 2 of the fire alarm system that was approved, and then we had a resolution to also accept a bid for Premier for Station 3 and Station 4. We also had a resolution to accept a bid for a bucket truck for the electric department that was approved. We had municipal orders where we had an appointment of Jack Morse to the Ethics Board and appointment of Susan Schultz to the Tree Board, and then we also had an adjournment.
All right, are there any corrections to the minutes? If not, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from December 5th?
So move.
A second? I have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have the approval of bills and payroll.
We have the total general fund of $367,571.79, total sanitation of $20,409.04, total electric utility of $201,524.08, total water filter of $81,112.10, total wastewater collection and treatment of $322,369.71. We have an estimated biweekly payroll, governmental of $56,089, police of $158,404, fire of $161,110, transportation of $35,546, cemetery of $9,330, park $15,607, sanitation of $42,858, light fund of $91,024, wastewater treatment of $17,919, wastewater collection of $32,249, water and filter of $52,148 for a total estimated biweekly payroll of $671,286.
Do I have a motion to approve the bills and payroll?
Move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. At this time, we have received a press release from the Government Finance Officers Association. The Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada has awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting to the City of Madisonville for its annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2021. The report has been judged by an impartial panel to meet the high standards of the program, which includes demonstrating a constructive spirit of full disclosure to clearly communicate its financial story and motivate potential users and user groups to read the report. This certificate of achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by a government and its management. So at this time, I would ask our finance team to please step forward so that we can recognize you all for a great job with our city financials.
Missing one, Sarah Bratcher was able to make it this afternoon.
So this says Award of Financial Reporting Achievement presented to the City of Madisonville Finance Team, Corey Alexander, Rhonda Simpson, Marla Potter, Stephanie Oakley, and Sarah Bratcher, on behalf of the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada for 2022. Congratulations. Corey, don't go anywhere. We do have one more award that we would like to give. Corey Alexander. So this report and this award has been given to the City of Madisonville for the past 39 years. Part of our finance team have been with that report for the past 20 years, Ms. Rhonda Simpson. Corey Alexander has been our finance director for the past 17 years. And what I want to say is an appreciation of your commitment and service to the City of Madisonville as a finance director for the past 17 years. Thank you very much. And job well done.
Wait, there's more.
We do have one more. So Ms. Amy Cruz, will you please step forward? So Ms. Amy Cruz has served as your councilwoman for the past 2 years, and she has done an exceptional job, and she's worked extremely well with the council and this administration, and we want to say thank you very much. We want to give you an appreciation for your commitment and dedication to the City of Madisonville for the last 2 years. So thank you very much. All right, with that being said, again, we can't brag on our finance team enough. Not a lot of folks know what goes into running the city operations and finance department. We have learned that it is a significant job and feat to overcome some of the challenges that we've had to overcome, but they have done a fantastic job, and we appreciate them. Now we'll move into our department reports. We'll start with our fire department, and we have with us Assistant Chief Jeff Mayfield.
Good evening, Mayor Cotton, City Council. So for the month of November, Madisonville Fire Department responded to a total of 150 calls. Of those, 99 of those calls were medical related, with 51 fire calls. For pre-incident value for the fire responses was $626,700, and there was only a $28,180 fire loss for the month of November. Dispatcher responding, our average response time was 1 minute 19 seconds, and from the time we received the dispatch to arriving on the scene was 4 minutes and 46 seconds. There was 515 train hours obtained for the month of November, along with 59 pre-incident plans of local businesses and production facilities throughout the city. 27 fire inspections, as well as we handled 119 code enforcement cases for the month. 14 community programs were attended by fire department personnel. 2 fire alarms were issued, smoke detectors, to local residents. We had 1,024 adult contacts for the month, as well as 326 child contacts for the month through our fire prevention activities. And on the following pages, after the main page, there's a breakdown of the businesses and places that we did the pre-incident plans, as well as the other details where that we had community contacts. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. And you got it.
Questions for Assistant Chief Mayfield? All right, thank you, sir. Next, we'll move into our Police Department report with Chief Steve Bryan.
Good afternoon, Mayor Cotton, council members. During the month of November 2022, the police department answered 3,404 calls for service, made 306 arrests, 76 felonies and 230 non-felonies, investigated 46 traffic accidents, and the average response time is 4.19 minutes. On page 2, drug seizures for the month. Total street value seized in November, $26,816.10, and the most of which was methamphetamine. Page 3. Traffic accidents, the highest times were Mondays around noon. And then on the last page, crime statistics comparison. Compared to the same time period last year, crime is up slightly, but calendar year to date, total crime is down 9%. Be happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Chief Bryan? All right, Chief.
Come up here.
Yes. I'm going to hand you the mic. And then,
So this evening, we will be awarding 7 life-saving medals and a letter of commendation for 2 separate events that Madisonville Police Department was involved in the last year. Medals can only be awarded after approval from the Madisonville Police Department Awards Board. This board consists of 5 sworn officers representing each rank within the department. The awards board has met, reviewed all the facts surrounding these events, and has authorized the presentation of the following awards. The first incident involves a lawnmower accident in which an elderly male severed his foot. On April 15th, 2022, Central Dispatch received a medical emergency call on Bob Corpus Lane stating there was an 84-year-old male that has severed his foot in a lawnmower accident. Bob Corpus Lane is in the county. Officer Taylor Childress recognized that county units were busy in court and Med Center had an unknown ETA, so she requested permission from her supervisor to respond to the scene. Sergeant Sean McCants granted this permission and also responded to assist. Officer Childress arrived on the scene and quickly applied a tourniquet to the victim's leg. Officer Childress continually informed the victim of her actions and attempted to verbally console him through the pain. She kept dispatch informed of the situation and continued to assess the injury. When Sergeant McCants arrived, Officer Childress advised him the victim needed bandages applied to the leg to stop the bleeding. Sergeant McCants retrieved the bandages and quickly applied them to the victim's leg. I'll probably talk loud enough, but not needed. Med Center ambulance arrived approximately 10 minutes later and transported the victim, who was later flown out to receive specialized care for his wound. The helicopter pilot contacted Sergeant McCants the following shift and advised if Officer Childress had not responded so quickly and applied the tourniquet, the victim likely would have bled out. Officer Taylor Childress took direct, immediate, and positive action to preserve the life of another human being that was in real and imminent danger of dying. Her actions did, in fact, prevent the loss of human life, and any delay would, in all probability, have been fatal for the victim. The awards board has authorized a letter of commendation for Sergeant McCants and the officer's life-saving medal for Officer Childress. So Sergeant Sean McCants and Officer Taylor Childress, would you please step forward? Thanks, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get a picture. The second event was a house fire in which people were trapped inside the house. On the evening of August 11th, 2022, Central Dispatch received a call of a house fire on Barnett Boulevard. Several Madisonville police officers responded to the scene to find large flames coming from the home. Upon arrival, officers were told there may be people still inside the residence. Officers Mason Wickham, Austin Scott, Corey Springfield, Sean Davis, Dustin Scott, and Sergeant Sean McCants arrived and approached the home. Officers began pounding on the door, and when no one answered, they kicked it in and entered to search for occupants. The officers were inside the burning residence for nearly 4 minutes, searching for the occupants before they were brought out safely. The officers formed a human chain to safely make it through the residence and to make sure all other officers and occupants made it out alive. The bravery and sacrifice of their own safety led to saving the lives of 2 occupants and their 12 pets. These officers took direct, immediate, and positive action to preserve the lives of other human beings that were in real and imminent danger of dying. They did this without regard for their own safety and demonstrated great courage and fearlessness that exemplifies what it means to be an officer with the Madisonville Police Department. Because of this, they are being awarded the Officer's Life-Saving Medal. Sergeant Sean McCants, Officer Mason Wickham, Officer Austin Scott, Officer Corey Springfield, Officer Sean Davis, and Officer Dustin Scott, please step forward.
Great job. All right, next we'll move into our new business. So those of you that are here for the awards, feel free that if you want to step out, you can. If you would like to hear this portion of the meeting, we would love for you to stay. But we are going to start with the first will be to accept the bid for wastewater treatment plant clarifier number 3.
Whereas the city of Madisonville opened bids for the West Side Wastewater Treatment Plant Clarifier Number 3 on December the 8th, 2022, and whereas the city of Madisonville received 3 bids. One was from Herrick Company Incorporated for $2,888,000. The other was from W Principals LLC of $2,898,000, and the last one was from Pace Contracting of $3,075,000. Whereas the bid from Herrick Company Incorporated was the lowest bid and the best bid received and met all the specifications that was required, now therefore be it resolved that the City Council accepts the bid for the West Side Wastewater Treatment Plant Clarifier Number 3 in the amount of $2,888,000 from Herrick Company Incorporated.
Right, at this time, do I have a motion to accept the bid from Herrick Company Incorporated?
So move.
Have a second?
Second.
Are there any questions?
Is Alan Todd here?
Alan
there
is
we
here.
A little quick thumbnail on this. Is this a budgeted item that we've anticipated, or remind me there of how this is being financed?
Part of the West Knoll project, the Interceptor project, so where the budgeting's coming from that
Okay.
pool of money.
For that.
Yep. With that expansion of the West Knoll Interceptor, it's going to increase the flow to the treatment plants.
Right.
I will remind the council, many of you probably don't know, this will be the first structural addition that's been done to that treatment plant in 26 years. So we've used the existing facility for quite some time.
It's what we were expecting it to come in at, or pretty close.
Pretty close, a little bit higher than the latest engineering, was 2.5 estimate, so it's a little bit over that.
We ever worked with Herrick?
I have not, but I know many people that have, and the engineer that worked on this job has worked with them, and they do a lot of clarifier work, so rehab type repairs.
So this is part and parcel of the whole West Knoll Intercept project, which is critical to our capacity for the future.
Any other questions? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you, Alan. Next, we have surplus lots at 581 and 583 West Knoll. We have a bid for those lots.
Whereas the city of Madisonville opened bids for the 581, 583 West Knoll, Madisonville, Kentucky on December the 12th, 2022. And whereas the city of Madisonville received one bid, it was from Tracy Logan for $3,000. And the bid from Tracy Logan was the only bid received. He is also a city employee. Now therefore be it resolved that the city council accepts the bid of $3,000 for the surplus property owned by the city of Madisonville at 581, 583 West Knoll, Madisonville, Kentucky.
Do I have a motion to accept the bid from Tracy Logan for the lot at 581, 583 West Knoll for the amount of $3,000?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Are there any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have a resolution to declare a vehicle as surplus.
Whereas the city of Madisonville Police Department has a 2013 white Dodge Charger to be declared surplus. And whereas the city of Madisonville requests to dispose of the 2013 white Dodge Charger as shown on Exhibit A by means incorporating to KRS 82.083. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. The white Dodge Charger is now declared as surplus property.
Do I have a motion to approve the surplus vehicle for the police department?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have the adoption of the 2023 personnel policy.
Yes, this is, the city of Madisonville has made changes to the personnel policy that was adopted on December 20th, 2021. And whereas the purpose of the city of Madisonville employee handbook is to establish a uniform system for managing personnel matters for all city employees. The handbook and the policy it contains provides direction for employees in the performance of his or her employment duties so that they can successfully contribute to the fulfillment of the city's mission to deliver the necessary government services to the citizens of Madisonville in the most effective and cost-efficient manner possible. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the city of Madisonville does hereby adopt the updates that are attached to the 2023 City of Madisonville Employee Handbook. And those updates are attached.
Do I have a motion to accept the adoption of the 2023 personnel policy?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have a motion and a second? Are there any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, pursuant to KRS 61.810, discussions between a public agency and a representative of a business entity and discussions concerning a specific proposal. If open discussions would jeopardize the sitting, retention, expansion, or upgrading of the business, we are requesting to go into closed session. Do I have a motion to move into closed session?
So moved.
Do I have a second? We will move into the council conference room. All right, do I have a motion to return to open session?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, so at this time, we are back in open session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we are back in open session. So, Frank,
Mayor, I would make a motion that we authorize the payment of up to $2 million in 6 equal payments of approximately $333,000 per payment to the Hopkins County Development Corporation for investing in economic development projects in our community.
do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Are there any questions?
Kim, would you call a roll on this vote, please?
Roll call, please.
Misty Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Tony Space,
Yes.
Adam Townsend,
Yes.
Amy Cruz,
Yes.
Frank Stevenson,
Yes.
and Chad Minzer.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. At this time, we do have one other order of business. We have a motion to adjourn and a second. Merry
I
Christmas.
don't think he actually said it last time. I think he just said something. I was gonna complain about that earlier.
We stand adjourned.